hitting me. You're not close to the girl.
Sean, 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 Shan, Shan.
Okay, okay.
There we go.
Oh, you're on CubeCraft still, Micah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. If you're talking to Sean.
Actually, I'm on my box. He was in the chat on stream.
No. Oh, how did you get kicked? Or left?
Oh, my internet went out.
Oh. You That's a funny joke. You just laugh at it. Funny joke.
Oh. I'm gonna leave this for a minute and go talk to a YouTuber.
Sometimes you wonder. Oh. I don't know what to say to that one.
Well, is it okay? Did I break my tablet?
You're not a bad person.
Okay, I think I'm good. I just stuck my tablet in the freezer for 30 minutes or 30 seconds.
Mm.
It was overheating. Is there a way I could block this person from my thing? Like, he keeps telling me to tell you stuff. Creek.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying he'll stalk and stuff. I don't want him to talk to me anymore. Is there a way I can block him? Like, I'm telling him I will not help you at all. Alright, here we go.
Hi, Queen Bee.
Creek, we had yesterday and the day before that off school just because of snow.
Oh, you put it in the freezer?
My tablet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you don't do that.
I only put it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, don't stick anything electronic in a freezer, because, I mean, there's, like, capacitors on, like, the motherboard and stuff, and, I mean, like, it's basically a giant battery.
Yeah, but, like, just imagine if, like, it was really cool outside or something, and just like what would you like? If
Yes, I'm sorry, I got nerdy. Okay, basically there's like batteries on there, and you don't want them to get cold. You understand? I know. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. I didn't say you were. I know you're not.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
Like when you first started, like what you would first start, but like I was watching you and I haven't subscribed. I wasn't talking in chat or anything, and I thought you're getting pretty good. So that was like the first time I subscribed to you, and
Mhm.
like I don't think you even noticed because it didn't pop up on the screen. So
Mhm.
then like about a year later, you're here, and I subscribed because I don't know why, but it unsubscribed me for some reason.
Hmm. You are not an idiot.
Oh, by the way, on your is this normal? But on your YouTube, it says that you only have like 3 live streams, and that's definitely
Wait, where does it say that at?
like if I go to your YouTube channel, and then I go to your channel, and then I go to videos, or yeah, videos, and I sort by live streams. Live streams. It says like you have like
Where are you sure?
hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6.
Oh, that's that. So okay. Most of my live streams are I keep them private and they're in the playlist. So if you go to my channel and just scroll down, you'll see all the playlists.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you're both amazing.
I see it. Alright. I was just so confused when I saw that.
No, I'm not. You guys are.
What YouTube, or if you know, what was the max record of you getting sponsors or donations in a video? Which video did you
Don't know.
put on the It might have been the 1 year anniversary. Might be the Iron Stone one. No, it wouldn't be. It would be the. I think it'd be the one that you did that morning. You know the Iron Stone challenge. I think the one that you did that morning. That was the one that you got 5 donations, and then like later on the video, it's me.
Orange his hair. It's fringe.
Oh, you know what's funny? I'm pretty sure like when it like unsubbed me from you for some reason, I think it was that YouTube. When I found Crafty Paris, and then I went down and I saw your name. I'm like, I forgot all about
Mhm.
whatever, and then I just looked down and I see your name. I hate that Dante is doing one video now, and like all he was like for the last couple days it was like a live stream. His live streams are the best. It's his internet really. And then he did one video today where it was like 3,000 person mannequin challenge, and like that's all he uploaded for like 2 days.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at art. like I'm good at architecture and stuff, but drawing and painting, oh my god. So, okay, funny story real quick before you BRB. And I kid you not, 8th grade, I'd take an art class, and we had to draw a basically a neighborhood street, and we got everything but the tree outside. There had to be a tree in the picture. And I remember my mom and we Googled how to draw a tree. And it was, we got points taken off of that tree because it didn't really look like a tree, the art teacher said. But, yeah, it's bad. I'm more of a graphic design. I kind of like that, a really bushy one with green and brown wood, and there was like a squirrel on it. I mean, I don't know if you normally put squirrels on yours before you know. But, yeah. Yeah. Crap, yeah. I like that drawing. It's a good drawing.
Oh yeah, I'm making drawing for you. It's barely finished. It's like all I have is like your head, and that's pretty much it. And maybe your body, just a little bit though.
I used to really like drawing. I was really good at it in 4th grade, but everyone told me I sucked, so I stopped doing it. And then I got really bad at it.
Did you see my little skit thing where it was like your face and it said, which one
That's
should I
really good.
for Minecraft?
You should have stopped. I remember the last thing I drew was a deer, because there was these kids in my class like, I bet you can't draw a deer. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna draw a deer. And I drew a deer, and I remember I went to school the next day and everyone laughed at it, and that was it. I stopped drawing.
Oh, don't let anybody.
Yeah, it was 4th, no, was it 4th? Yeah, it was 4th grade.
I can't. I still can't.
I still have my old, like, my old painting set and everything, too. They were there. No, what's funny is I had the highest grade in the art class out of my entire class, so they can all, like, go jump on a lake, but... Yeah, I got the highest grade in that class. How? Basically, the majority of... Well, we didn't really get graded. The teacher didn't grade us on how good it was. She graded us on the conceptual part of it. So the majority of the class was us going into groups, and then she would give us like a bunch of toys, building blocks, prompts, etc., and we'd have to build something out of it. So she'd be like, make a zoo, and it has to have these requirements. So like you have to actually build the fences for the animals, stuff like that. It's like architecture and stuff, and I was really good at that stuff. Like I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a fence here, we're gonna have a gate here. I just kind of like laid down the law and told everyone what they were gonna do because I was really good at that, and they kind of just did it, and my team always got like a perfect 100 on it. When it came to, I was that kid. I was the nice version of that. I wasn't, okay, so, I want to be honest, in kindergarten, well not kindergarten, from about 1st grade to 3rd grade, I was that kid. I was the teacher's pet snobby kid. I remember in 3rd grade, I was that kid in 3rd grade. I really was. It wasn't 3rd grade. It was second. No, was it 3rd? Was it 3rd grade? No, it was 3rd grade. We had to do fluency, and if you don't know what fluency is, it's basically where every night you have to go and read a story, and you have to time how long it takes for you to read that story. And no one in the class did it, and we could only go outside and play on recess if everyone in the class did it, and no one did it. And it only took like a minute to do every night, and it made me so salty because like I want to go outside and play, but these stupid kids aren't doing their fluency. They're like a minute long. So I did mine very fast one night, and I went to class the next morning, and I literally walked around the classroom and I shoved it in front of everyone's face, and I was like, look, if I can do this in 30 seconds, you can do it in a minute. So I want you to go home and you're gonna do it so we can go to recess. I was mad, and the teacher just looked at me, and someone was like, aren't you going to do something? And the teacher's like, he's got a point. And I was like, yeah, I want to go to recess. I'm going to put him on soccer ball. Well, I know I really was in 3rd grade. That was my. I regret doing that, but man. Um, fourth grade, I went into like the I stopped being that person in fourth grade. Fourth grade, I went into the I was like the rebel, grungy skateboarder kid. Like the rebel outcast kind of kid. Oh, gross. I know that
Oh,
you. Um, like I kind of stayed in the back. I was still the really smart teacher's pet, but I was like the quiet teacher's pet. I wasn't snobby or snarky or anything. Um, yeah, but the reason why in the art class I always took control and told people what they were gonna do is because everyone kind of argued, and it's like, you know, I think we should have the fence here. And I'm like, no, okay, we're gonna have the fence like this because this makes the most sense. Because I watch Animal Planet. It's like, no, but but nerd. But yeah, I would like get a measuring tape and measure it out, and it's like, well, we nailed it. We nailed it. It was, yeah, technically geek. Yeah. There's actually a difference between the two. A nerd is someone who's socially inept and like really, really smart, and a geek is, oh, you know, okay, that's fair. Anyway, but yeah, I did the highest in fourth grade simply because my team, like, she lets pick teams at the beginning of the year, and I chose the people. I remember choosing the people that I know that I'm gonna screw around. Like, we're gonna go and we're gonna get our work done. And I they were like my close friends. We all picked a spot. It's like, okay, Creek's gonna like design it. This guy's gonna build it because he's good with Legos. This guy's gonna like do all this. And it's like, yeah, like we knew our roles, right? And we went in there and we wrecked house, and we did great.
I love how you say wrecked house
Mm-hmm.
and you're only in school.
Oh yeah.
It's like you just got a 700 kill streak on like Call of Duty or
You
something.
wanna know what's really funny though? In fourth grade, whenever I dropped the weight on my toe and fractured my toe, I couldn't go to recess because I couldn't play because I had a cast on my foot, and so I had two options. I could either hang out with the girls at recess because there were these girls that always played with Littlest Pet Shop at recess, or I could go to the library and read. So I chose to hang out with the girls, yeah, and I I remember playing Littlest Pet Shop with the girls at recess. It was great. I was like in the group by the end of it. Like they were like giving me Littlest Pet Shop toys to go across the school to give to other girls because they had like an underground Littlest Pet Shop trade network. I remember I brought some home on a keychain. My mom's like, "Why do you have Littlest Pet Shop?" And I'm like, "Cause see, this girl in our classroom next door to me, she wants to give it to Lexi, you know, tomorrow, because Lexi's gonna pass off to Rachel so that Rachel can complete her squirrel collection." And my mom's like, "Oh, um." So yeah, I was in the group. I remember one of them gave me their number. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna take after this little pet shop, okay? If you got a problem, you call me." I'm like, "Okay," and yeah, I was in the group. Like I can get in the group, right? Like I was yeah, totally. I was an LPS dealer. um, but yeah, and then I got my cast off, and that was a weird moment when I got my cast off because I liked hanging out with the girls, but at the same time, it's like all the boys expected me to go play kickball again, and I was like, wow, you know, I'd rather actually just sit here and play kick. Oh, wait, you don't know what kickball is?
I know what kickball is. That's like
Um,
that's the number one thing.
I always wanted to play kickball growing up. It's so basically it's imagine a baseball field, but instead of a baseball, they roll a ball at the plate and you kick the ball, and it's basically baseball except kind of like soccer. Yeah, yeah. And it was really fun. Oh, we call it soccer baseball. Yeah. Um, and I was really good at that too. I'll get to that in a minute, but I have some funny stories to tell about that. But it was like a weird predicament. It's like, do I play Littlest Pet Shop? You know, because like I don't have a reason. Like I want to, but I don't have a cast anymore. So it's like, if I say no to the boys, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, he just wants to play with girls. It's like, well, yeah, I kind of do. But I mean, yeah. So we kind of like continued doing that for like the rest of the year a little bit. Luckily, it was near the end of the year, so it wasn't for too long. But like I'd take turns. One day I'd play with the boys. Next day I'd play with the girls. Um, you wanna know? So yeah, that was interesting. But man, I was good at kickball. Like I am a very agile person, I guess you could say. So they would no, I couldn't like kick. Well, I had a trick for kicking the ball very far, but normally like I'd kick the ball and there'd be like some huge guy in the back who would catch it and get me out. So what I would do is I would punt the ball right at like the pitcher, and obviously he would run after me and try and peg me with the ball. Now what I found out is I'm very good at doing flips in the air. And so what I would do is I had this like thing where he'd be running at me and I would literally like do a backflip over him. I'd always land on my stomach, but oh well. I'd do like a backflip over him. He would like trip and then I'd get like a home run. Because like I would slide under people's legs, I would like jump off of fences. You don't believe that? I promise you. I swear. I swear, no joke. No joke. Um no. I promise you. I promise you. It wasn't like a full backflip. Like I couldn't like land on my feet. I could like jump backwards like over his head though. I promise you. I swear to you, I'm not lying. I swear to you, I'm not lying. One day I got in trouble. Actually, I had to stop doing it. This was in fifth grade because I was jumping over someone's head, and while I kind of didn't jump fully over it, I kind of jumped into it. So I kind of drop kicked the kid in the face a little bit. Um, so, yeah. And the bad thing was it was a girl, too. And I was like, oh no, I just shot the girl in the face. Oh man, and the thing was the teacher didn't see it. So the girl started crying, and she's like, she kicked me in the face. And I'm like, I didn't kick her in the face. And the teacher's, like, you kicked her in the face. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I didn't mean to.
I'm screwed.
She was, to be fair, she was a very competitive girl, and she was like, I'm gonna pay with the ball. And I was like, I jump over your face. And then I kind of didn't jump over her face, I jumped into her face. But, bam. Technically, I got a home run, so we're cool. But, yeah.
There's this one kid in my school.
Mhm.
He was so good at kickball.
Mhm.
He kicked it over the fence, and we couldn't get it anymore.
I kicked it. Okay, so we were playing kickball. This was a couple months before that moment, actually. And, we could never go to the actual playground at my school there because the school there, it's in a bad spot and there was like drugs and stuff, so we went to the bus lot to play. But anyway, I kicked the ball one time, went over the fence, and it was pretty much a dead road on the back, but every now and then there'd be a little granny driving by, and it just so happened when I kicked the ball, there was a little granny driving by, and it happened to smack her right in the windshield, and oh my god, like, you, like, just imagine a car driving along, and then it just stops, and then the door opens, and there's just, like, country music playing, like a dee-dee-dee-da-do-do, and like, oh my god, it's about, this 80-year-old woman gets out of the car, I'm like, oh my god, I'm dead, and she like looks at the boss and she was ticked. She was mad. I'm not sure if she like like maybe she peed. I don't know. Something was going on with her that day because she was mad. And she's like, now which one of you kids? She didn't say kids. She said little bleep heads. She's like, which one of you little bleep heads kicked this in my car? I'm like, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. They were pointing at me. And I'm like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And she threw it back over the fence. She's like, I'm gonna be seeing you later. And so she like drove around to the front office and she was going to tell on me. Now I don't know how she was gonna tell on me because she just knew what I looked like. She didn't know who I was. Anyway, my aunt worked at the school. So my plan was, because recess was right before school ended, so my plan was to sneak through the cafeteria so I don't have to go through the front office, and then into my aunt's room, and then from there, get in her car and leave. And as we were leaving, I saw the grandma standing out front. They were waiting on me, but guess what? My aunt worked at the school, so bam, I was out the back. They didn't even see me. and I didn't get in trouble or anything. It was all good. It was all good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
There's a kid in my class who thinks he's all cool now and
Mhm.
stuff, but like when he was in like 3rd grade and 2nd grade, nobody liked him because he would pick his boogers and put it in his ball
Yeah.
and eat it. And I was like,
In his butt?
whoa.
Why would you
'Cause
put a
I
booger
like
in
I
your
was new.
butt? That's just nasty.
I know I was new at this school, and when the first kid told me, because I was like the new kid, so I was like the popular kid and stuff that year. And when I got there, like I was voted SCA, and that means like student president and stuff. And I was just already like, what? Like I was pushing hard. But then like at the first day of cafeteria, this really popular kid too sat next to me and said, "Don't sit near that kid because big he did that." And I was just like, oh, now he thinks. Brother's room was right across the hall. So like she started knocking on the bathroom door. So he was hearing all the like weird noises and stuff. And like while he was like trying to sleep and he was sleeping, she goes into his room and under his bed and starts bouncing up and down on his bed. And he gets all scared and yells, "Mom! Mom!" And she ran out and acted like she was all wet and stuff. Like she was still in the shower.
Well. Let's see, what other stories do I have? All the time I almost got arrested in, like, the kindergarten. No, 1st grade. I was in kindergarten. Which one do you take naps in? Kindergarten. It was kindergarten. I almost got arrested in kindergarten. No, it was kindergarten. I actually didn't go to pre-K.
I never went to pre-K.
I stayed at grandma's house.
I stayed at my aunt's while my uncle worked.
One time we were playing touch football during middle school gym class. I was good until one of the biggest kids in grade absolutely smashed me with a shoulder block after I caught a pass. It was so bad he busted my lip open and knocked out. I was thinking, wow. I hate people it's like, it's like they're like, oh yeah, my bad, I forgot it was just touch football. I'm sorry, I forgot. It was my bad. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna smack you with a tree branch. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Not exactly what his accent sounded like.
There was we were playing a game, Four Squares, at school, like this was at Simonsdale, and we were playing, and I was right, like everybody would play, so there was like a huge line, and I finally got up there, so like they passed to me, and it whacked me in the face, and I had a bloody nose, and oh, it hurt. I'm pretty sure it was a soccer ball.
Don't worry, Queen Bee, you're only like the millionth person to do that. Trust me, I get called Carly all the freaking time. It's all good, happens all the time. For some reason, everyone has trouble seeing that H there.
There was this other time where I was on swings and like I had a crush on this girl and like there was this other kid who like wanted to take it away and we were all in like kindergarten, 3rd, and me and the girl were playing a game together and we would always call it toilet, like you get flushed down the toilet and stuff. I don't know why. One time I swung so high up, I said, "All right, I'm about to jump out of the toilet on the sewer," and I flung all the way. I hit the slide with my feet, and I landed right on my face, and I had like a giant thing, I just heard it. And for Christmas, there was these two kids on my bus. They were like my best friend, Dalton and Zayton, and and also Nick. And for Christmas, I got them a tablet and a phone.
That's
Only
cool.
Nick and Dalton knew. I got them a tablet and a phone, and I don't have a phone right now. Because I didn't get them anything for Christmas for like the past 2 years. Crete,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever licked your butt before?
What kind of question is that?
How do you lick a butt?
If you've watched one of his live streams
Well, I mean,
on a
I've
sponsor
never
chat,
licked
somebody
my butt.
asked,
I've never attempted to lick my butt before. I will
But-
never attempt to lick my own butt.
you have to be in yoga or something to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for it, go for it. You can lick your own butt, but I'm not one to eat parts of my own body.
I
that
will.
would require some real, like, flexible agility.
Yeah, you're
But
gonna
yeah,
look like a
also
dolphin.
Probably. I have the money right here. I just need a credit card.
Yeah. Let's see, what's some other stories, though? Can't eat a butt, but now he is. Wow.
I wasn't gonna say that, but
You were thinking it. Wait, your stories. I was in SK when I kicked the 5th grader, and I was in 6th when I checked my best friend. Oh, for destroying your
What?
dirt pile?
what does SK mean?
Yeah, what is SK?
It means super kid.
Senior kindergarten. Wait, senior kindergarten? What is that?
What's, I think, is that what we call first grade?
Hmm.
I am now in
Junior
SK.
kindergarten.
I-
Oh,
we-
wait, is that like pre-K and then normal?
We called pre-K, we called that preschool.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think that's what that is.
Yeah, I think we do it different here in America.
I have one question. Why do we call it kindergarten, pre-K kindergarten, and then first, second, third, and fourth, fifth? That doesn't make sense. We missed like 2 of that, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh
6.
no, we have preschool and then we have kindergarten and then we have
Yeah, we just have
first
kindergarten. That's
to
it.
12.
Oh my gosh, in kindergarten, I would ace everything because I would study my words every single night. So, like, when I was in the spelling bee for, like, kindergartners, and it was, like, after, and, like 4-letter words and stuff, like, through, like, it was pretty hard for a kindergartner, and I aced it.
I always came in second in the spelling bee because there was this one girl who always beat me every year, and I was so pissed.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, there was this one person, his name was Derek, and it was at this one school. I've been, like, 5 different schools, don't judge me. And, like, I was in the spelling bee for 3rd grade, I think? Whatever it was. Alright, we had Astroneer. And the person who was saying it couldn't sound it out right. They were saying Astroneer instead of Astroneer.
Mhm.
And it was just like, my mom taught me how to pronounce it like that. And I just couldn't say it. And poof, I lost.
Let's see. Do you guys want to? What kind of story do you guys want? I have tons of stories.
Do you have a story about how you almost died?
Embarrassing. Let me see.
How did you break your leg or foot?
I dropped a weight on it.
Oh.
Um. Let's see. And there's a lot of embarrassing.
That Creek Fan Fest is back.
Okay, I got one. It was 6th grade. There was this girl I liked, and for some reason, there was this thing that every girl, like, if you have a crush on a girl, what you gotta do is you go up behind them and you put your arm around their neck, and you just like they'll be walking, you just walk up beside them and put their arm around their neck, or your arm around their neck, and you just like keep walking with them, and like it was just the common thing. Everyone did that, right? And well, yeah. See, yeah. Well, someone was like, Creek, she's like walking right there. I dare you to go up to her and put your arm around her neck, and I'll do it with you. And so I was gonna get the right side, the other kid was gonna get the left side. And I was like, okay, no problem. Her neck or her shoulder, like, like arm around the neck, like kind of like movie theater style, like that.
It's like right between them.
You mean shoulder? Yeah, sure. And well, we go up and like both of our hands go around the necks, and she like immediately like it wasn't like it was like a reflex, like how someone grabs you and just like reflexual, like just her elbows go down, and well, they went straight down into stuff that they shouldn't have went down into, and it was like in front of the whole class, because we were in front of everyone else, and everyone in my class just saw me run up to my crush, put my arm around her neck, and then her proceed to elbow me in the balls. Yeah, that was wow, don't even. Yeah, it wasn't. And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Why would you do that? You know I'm reflexible. I'm like, girl. And too sure it was my fault though. I shouldn't have done that.
I was playing on the monkey bars, and I would like climb on top of them and
I
stuff.
saw that.
And one time, like right in between my legs, like I fell and it hurt too.
Let's see, what else do I have?
Have you seen that video where this guy was jumping on the playhouse, and like right in between that crack, it hits the middle of his legs?
No, I have a funny story though. Oh my god, okay. So, those like plastic slides that you have as a kid?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, okay, imagine like a giant plastic, like, playground slide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the really long, tall slides that you go up and...
Like the ones at McDonald's?
No, it's a little bit smaller than that, but
Okay.
sure. Anyway, I thought it'd be a good idea to take my bicycle and, like, use the slide as a ramp. And kind of, like, go up the slide and then kind of, like, get airtime off the slide. Well, I hit the slide going very fast, and I didn't go up the slide. I went through the slide, and the slide, yeah, like I'm going like literally down a hill, cause like the slide's at the bottom of a hill, and I'm like going down a hill super fast, and I don't ramp off the slide. I go through the slide, so everyone else just sees a bicycle run smack dab into a slide, and then the slide like barrels across the ground, and then I'm like stuck in the slide because I just broke through it. And yeah, that was
You didn't have to pay for it.
oh, yeah, it was my grandma. So technically it was mine though.
Yeah.
What even
no,
was your
yeah, it
childhood?
but, like your grandma, like, did you have any punishments for it?
No, not for that. Everyone just was like, "Oh my god, you're an idiot," and I was like, "Okay."
We can't talk to this guy anymore. Like, why would he go through a slide? He
My
always-
grandpa was pretty upset. He's like, "You use that slide all the time. How dare you, dagnabbit?" And I'm like, "But Grandpa."
Oh, and he was
Dagnabbit. No, that's what he said. Aww.
and he was like the cool kid in kindergarten and stuff. So he thought he was so cool. He got on top of the playhouse and tried to do a flip, and he pretty much broke his neck. Like that just came out like a second away in my when you said about the slide. I'm like,
Hmm.
he fell and almost broke his like. I think his neck was broken, but he didn't die or anything. It like it was good.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one's more of a funny one though. There was a car coming down the street, and it was like icy path and stuff. Like it hadn't cleared yet. You know, pretty icy and stuff. So there was one car who turned sideways, turned backwards, and started driving backwards, and then turned around again. Baby. I'm lost.
Oh, I didn't see it. Dang it.
I have a picture when I was first born, but I don't know where it's at.
Oh,
It's
damn it,
somewhere on
damn.
my house.
You'll deem it? Okay.
He likes Pokemon in this chat. I'm giving them free Pokemon cards. You like Pokemon cards? So I'll put you in the chat.
How do you break your tongue? There's no bones in it.
Aw.
I know, right? Well, unless you like cut it or something, but that's not even breaking. That's cutting.
Yeah, your tongue doesn't have bone. It's just a giant muscle.
Yeah. And oh, there was this one video where like this guy, he
A really
had a
strong
challenge
muscle.
to break his tongue, and like he pulled it out, and he like kept stretching it. Ugh. It was a video.
The Gene Simmons tongue. I didn't. Oh, didn't hear. Even though I did.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Please, I can't wait till I get sponsored. I just gotta wait for my stepdad kind of thing to get me, and then I can get it. My multiplayer game. My Minecraft on my computer, my Roblox on my computer, and my my everything on games.
conversation. Wait, what are you guys talking about?
How
Oh.
oh yeah, my everything on my multiplayer, like my Roblox, my Minecraft, and my Roblox.
No, I'm not jealous. No. No, 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 no. Don't even. Don't even. Don't even. You can have the ship. In fact, I'll even rename her. Hold on. Don't. Don't.
Creep.
Don't. Don't. Don't.
Creep.
Don't. 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 I will just,
I have a question for you. Creep. Question. Only Creek can answer the question. Because I bet you he's the only one who remember it. Does he remember that when I made Dan and Creek together? Cran. This is like... That was creepy. My like cousin people are at 2 minutes ago.
face looks like a butt.
Creek, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you a question real quick before I'm probably leaving?
No, go for it.
Do you remember a very, 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 very long time ago when I told you about Creek and Dan Cran? Do you remember that? If you remember that,
Yeah. Wait, you want to call me that, YT? I mean, I can go the other route and say something kind of rude back. I don't want to do it. It's rude. I'm not gonna be rude. No, I'm not gonna be rude. I think you do know what I'm going to say. I have said it before.
do you remember that story that was telling you about the
Flatter than your chest. Bam.
BOiz YouTube channel. Like, this is like $50.
You know what this looks like? This face looks like a fish. Like, hold on. Fish. Oh, please unblock me. Okay. I should change your name. It's so weird seeing your name as Emma. Because, like, I see your name as Emma, I'm like, who's Emma? Because like, I don't know you as Emma. Hold on a second. Well, hold on, we need new names here, hold on. Let's get some new names going on here. I am not. I am not. Uh-uh. Um, I do not run from my problems. Nuh-uh. That's like the one thing I do not do. Mm-mm. That's like out of anything I am sure about myself. Like, that is the one thing I am 100% sure that I do not do. Walmart's already terrible. Yes, it is. Oh my god, it is. It is so bad.
Craig,
Hmm. Walmart?
do you have any stories from Walmart?
Mm, oh god, there was a time I ran over the old lady with the, like the automatic, scooters.
Yeah?
Okay, well, okay, to be fair, she was going like 50 miles an hour, okay? Like, I wasn't with my mom, because my mom never let me do this. I was with, I think, my uncle. But, I, like the little, like, scooter things, well, like, I wanted to ride one of those, because it was, like, my feet hurt, and I wanted to ride one. And because I never, I'm not a terrible driver. And, I was riding one, and the wheel got stuck. And I was like I was someone who I just kept going forward. I didn't stop. I just keep going forward and don't stop. Keep going forward. And there was like another lady like going like super fast, and like we just kind of like bumped into each other. And like I mean it was cool. Like no one got hurt or anything, but yeah, actually that was the first time I ever got a concussion. Actually, it was at Food Line, which is a grocery store in Florida. I was in the buggy, my mom was pushing me, and the lady in front of me, she just stopped all of a sudden walking, and so to not run into her, my mom also stopped, and I went flying over the top of the buggy, and I bonked my head, basically on the floor, almost busted my head open, and it was the first time I ever got a concussion. I remember like my mom carrying me out of there. She like sassed the old lady like leaving. She's like, "You shouldn't have stopped there. Like you just, it was, yeah, that one sucked. I remember that. But luckily, I have a melon head, so I'm good." Oh, it hurt. It did. I was like 5 or something. Ugh, ow. Did you? I did. I remember I fell, and then the next thing I remember was like, I was trying on clothes. I didn't realize that was the ladies' dressing room, and there was no one there, so I just kind of like walked into a thing, and I was like, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I heard two women talking. I'm like, wait, why are the women in the guys' locker room, or like dressing room? And then wait, they tried to open your back door. Wait, really? Okay, if they enter your house, call me on Snapchat and give them the phone.
Mm. No.
Wait, is it 911? Actually, I have a question. Is it 911 in Canada too? Like, what's the number for the cops in Canada? It is. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know if that was like a universal thing or if it was. "1968 was when it became the first thing."